Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. What's happening? I'm Chris. Welcome to today's video. This is the Bitcoin news for today. Let's get right into the price. Right now we're at $62,000 even, pretty much. And you could see we made a big move yesterday, a huge candle. We went from 57,000 all the way up to 64,000. Huge candle. You can see the last few days are way up. We are on fire. The Bitcoin market is so strong right now. Everybody's buying with the ETFs. Jeff Bezos is even, they think he's going to, he just sold a bunch of Amazon stock. They think he's going to be buying Bitcoin. He might already be buying it. That might be part of the reason why we're going up. Very exciting times. Let's get to the news. And by the way, our all-time high is 69,420. We're not that far away. So a lot of people think we're going to reach our all-time high before the halving, which will be mid-April. And that's unprecedented. That's never happened in any past cycle ever. Yeah, all-time high before the halving, right? Here we go. That's us. That's a picture of us right now, you and me. We're here. See, you can't really see us. We're in the middle there somewhere. Bitcoin is about to close the biggest dollar gain on a monthly candle in history. This is more bullish than any month in the last bull market. Yeah, in terms of dollar value, this is our monthly candle for February, which today is February 29th. So actually within a few hours, within 5 hours, the market will close and the day will close and then the month will close because tomorrow is March 1st. And this is going to be the biggest dollar value gain in one monthly candle ever. Okay, that's bullish. Thank you. Bitcoin is set to make the highest monthly close ever tonight. So it's not only going to be the biggest monthly candle ever, but it's going to, if it closes around where it is now, it'll be the highest monthly close ever. It's huge. And Bitcoin overtakes the Russian ruble to become the 14th largest currency in the world. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, the bullish news is just flowing. Bitcoin is about to flip silver. Yeah, you know all the silver in the world, what that's worth? Yeah, Bitcoin is about to pass that. Bitcoin right now is at around 1.23 trillion. Silver is about 1.27 trillion. You know, and look, the market goes up and down a little. These numbers change. But in general, we're about to flip silver. We're about to go past silver. Yeah, it's amazing. A message from Edward Snowden. He predicts a national government will be revealed this year to have been buying Bitcoin. And this is pretty huge. Although it should be mentioned that El Salvador is already buying Bitcoin. They've already been buying Bitcoin. Argentina, I don't know if they've been buying Bitcoin, and I know the U.S. holds a bunch of Bitcoin that they confiscated. But yeah, no, of course, more national governments are going to come out and it will be revealed that they're buying Bitcoin. In fact, China, they're probably mining their own Bitcoin. They've probably been doing that for years and not telling anyone, right? So, and here is El Salvador's President Bukele mocking Peter Schiff. Yeah, Peter Schiff is a Bitcoin hater. He is a gold guy. He thinks gold is the best store of value ever, and he's always hated Bitcoin. And so Peter Schiff said to Nayib Bukele, talk about those profits after you sell and realize them. And Bukele said, cry harder, and blew him a kiss. Don't forget, Bukele is the president of a country. All right, it's a small country, but I mean, Peter Schiff is he just won't ever understand what Bitcoin is and why it's the greatest store of value ever invented by human beings. By far. It's not even close. I mean, gold is good. No one is saying gold is bad. Gold is good for many reasons. But Bitcoin is way better. It's not even comparable. It's way better. So, and now, of course, speaking of adoption, we have Merrill Lynch and Wells Fargo now offering Bitcoin ETF access. Yeah, and this represents a growing interest in the spot Bitcoin ETFs. I mean, these are big institutions offering these spot ETFs, and it's just, this is the beginning of mass adoption. We're seeing it. This is it right here. Don't miss it. And speaking of adoption, BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF will start trading in Brazil tomorrow. Yeah. I've given you more bullish news in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds than we had for like the last, during the bear market. It was like more than a year of just tragedy and sorrow and trying to stay strong, but everything's different now. Here's Bitcoin Sapiens. He says, Bitcoin won't win because people... I'm sorry. This is a quote from Saifedean Amos. He's the author of the Bitcoin Standard. He says, Bitcoin won't win because people want freedom or sound money or limited government, or else gold would have already won. It'll win because people want number go up. Now, this is a reality. We can't really dispute this. People, the freedom is great. Bitcoin being sound money is great. Limited government interference is great. And there's a lot more that's great about Bitcoin. And really, those are the most valuable aspects of Bitcoin for sure. But normal people, even you and me, we want the number to go up. We want to invest and have the value go up, right? We all want that. That's why I don't like some Bitcoiners. They say, I saw a post. This person said, even if Bitcoin went to zero, I would still love it and I would still use it and I would still be all on board with Bitcoin. And I'm sorry, that's just dumb. That's just dumb. Now, the price might not be the most important aspect of Bitcoin, but it is an important aspect. So we can't go too far one way or the other, right? We have to be real. So continuing on a little bit more about Bitcoin adoption. Bitcoin's adoption is driven by need or greed. In the past, greed has been a more powerful force in adoption. I believe we are quickly moving to a world where need is the key driver. And this is from CK, the Director of Financial Freedom at the Human Rights Foundation. So yeah, greed is where it starts, right? Everybody wants to earn more money and be more rich. But as Bitcoin is adopted more and more, then need is going to be a key driver as well, where people just need this, especially in third world countries, right? So it's just the facts. And here's Jessica Hodler giving you a friendly reminder that Bitcoin is freedom and CBDCs are slavery. Yeah, we can never forget this. Whatever CBDCs they propose are bad news. Bad, bad, bad. Vote no, say no. Don't use them. Don't comply. Don't use them. Unless you have to, because we are gonna be strong-armed into it. That's the reality of it, right? The reality is CBDCs are coming. We're probably all going to have to use them to some degree. If they force us to, we're going to have to. Or else you're just going to go, they're going to arrest you and put you in a camp, which if that's okay with you, that's fine. But anyway, this is why Bitcoin is so important. CBDCs are the worst thing ever. And I thought this was funny. A bunch of old news articles saying the internet is doomed to fail over unfulfilled promises. The internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Yeah, internet collapse predicted. Yeah, remember when they were saying the internet was a fad and it was doomed to fail? And the internet, yeah, nothing special there. Same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doomed to fail. Bitcoin looks like a faded fad. It's all the same. People, I'm gonna say it to you straight. Average people, and by the way, the corporate media, they're all just absolute lying criminals doing the dirty work of their overlords. They already sold their soul to the authoritarians, and they just, the corporate media just reports, it's propaganda. It's not reporting. It's not media. It's propaganda, okay? But they're also stupid in that and most people are not aware of these new trends when they come along, like the internet, like Bitcoin. At first, people don't get it. There's nothing to reference it to. Even Satoshi said this early on in 2009, I think. He said it's bloody hard to describe Bitcoin. There's nothing to compare it to. So average normal people, it doesn't sink in. They don't get it because they don't understand it. And it's because it's not easy to understand. Some of us can see it, but we all have had a moment when we woke up, right? There was a moment when we didn't understand Bitcoin, didn't mean anything. I mean, as I've mentioned before, I was producing a Bitcoin podcast for 2 years. And I never bothered to actually look into Bitcoin, let alone buy any. But there was a time the light bulb went off and that was it. So that's how it is with everybody. But the media, the corporate media, never trust the corporate media. Ever. Ever, ever. Here's Carla. This is so normal. She says, I go between thinking I don't have enough Bitcoin to thinking, well, if it does what it's supposed to do, I don't actually need that much. And yeah, I don't have enough Bitcoin. So this is the psychology of Bitcoin. It's like once you get it, you want to accumulate before it goes through the roof. I mean, think about when one Bitcoin is worth $5 million. Like, how much Bitcoin are you going to be able to buy? 0.0001 Bitcoin? Okay. Anyway, the point is, we all go through this mentally in our own minds is, do I have enough Bitcoin? And the answer is always no. And also, you will always look back and think, oh, I should have bought more. This is normal. You just have to get used to it. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It's just life. We're living life. We're doing the best we can. We catch on whenever we catch on, and it's okay. And we just go from here. But we do have these thoughts in our head, right? It's funny. Now here's Voltage introducing a redesign and also teams and pricing updates. So Voltage is a platform that you can sign up for, and they will run your Bitcoin Lightning nodes if you want to run a Lightning node or several. And you pay a monthly fee, and they manage your Lightning node. It's really cool. Instead of doing it yourself, you let Voltage manage it, the liquidity, the inbound liquidity, the outbound, and the balancing of your node and all this. It's actually not easy or trivial to do that, to manage your own Bitcoin Lightning node. So anyway, that's why a company like Voltage, they offer it as a service. And they don't custody your Bitcoin or nothing. They're providing a service. So, yeah, anyway. And by the way, I include links to everything I'm talking about in the show notes below. So now here's Bitcoin Atlantis. And here's BTC Pay Server saying, we're ready for Bitcoin Atlantis. All merchants will accept Bitcoin. With over 40 terminals and 4,000 cards, we're streamlining Bitcoin payments in collaboration with Bitcoin Eyes, Coin Corner, Blink, and HODL. And this is cool. Look, they're teaching people how to, let me rewind it here. Yeah, I'll just play the video. But yeah, they're setting up with all the cards. And there's Marseille. And they're running this. And they're going to be showing people and giving people cards so they can actually buy things from vendors on site with Bitcoin. So this is pretty cool. It's really cool. I love it. And I wish I was at Bitcoin Atlantis. Okay, let's move on. This is an interesting idea here from Bitcoin Ecstasy. Do the people buying up the ETFs realize that they're indirectly being philanthropic? They're contributing to the creation of wealth in a South African township where some people have been stacking sats throughout the entire bear market. So think about that. Every place where Bitcoin is helping people thrive, right? When you buy Bitcoin, you're adding to that thriving. The value goes up. So we're all adding to it, right? We're all adding to this wave, this tide, this rising tide of Bitcoin value, and it's lifting a lot of the world along with it. That's exciting. I mean, seriously, you got to think about that for a minute. That's profound. What you see on the screen, that is profound. Speaking of something that's not profound, it do be like this. Here, watch this video. Yeah, see, she's offering this for 15. She's offering this nugget to this girl, and it stands for Bitcoin at 15K. Let me roll the video. 15K? No, don't want it at 15K. 30K, do you want it? Nah. All right, throw it in the water. 100K, and then they jive after it. Okay? This is literally how life works in Bitcoin. When you talk to your friends and family and Bitcoin is cheap, your friends and family are not interested. But when Bitcoin starts mooning and making all-time highs and going through the roof and the FOMO is insane, then that's when your friends and family will dive in. Look, just accept it. I've accepted it. I'm telling all my family. I just tell them, and it's like a checkbox in my mind. It's like, you know what? I can check that box. I told you, and that's my duty. My self-imposed duty. I just want to tell you. What you do with that, that's up to you. I have nothing to do with that. That's up to you. So, but sometimes it is frustrating. So this guy from 2011, when the Bitcoin price was 90 cents, he knew. This guy Kev, he says, every time I hear about Bitcoin, public key cryptography currency, it feels like the next big obvious thing to do. Get some Bitcoins. Imagine buying Bitcoin at 90 cents a Bitcoin. This is another profound thing. You could, anyway, let's move on. And here's a cool meme. This is just a little humor to end this episode. Do people in electric cars listen to AC/DC or something current? Oh, it's so bad, right? Oh, it's so bad. Right? Get it? Electric cars, AC/DC, and then electric current. Oh, God. All right, here's fractalbitcoin.com. That's our website. Look at the top here. Join our locals community. Oh, yeah. Click that link. Come over here to our locals community. It's free to join. Just so join and come in, hang out, say hi. And don't forget the Bitcoin panel every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We stream for an hour. I got 4 awesome guests lined up for tomorrow. So definitely, and it's right on this channel, we'll be streaming the Bitcoin panel. Hey, that rhymed. So there you have it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel and follow the channel and like the video and all that. I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow this channel. So if you can help me grow, you can share these videos. I really appreciate that. So thank you. And we'll see you for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. Take care.